How's it going, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Disc Golf Crew video. Today we're going to be doing a practice round for the Crushed Plastics Not Hearts tournament here at Mountain Crest Park. Hole number one is a par 3 and it is 298 feet. It's kind of like a regular hole one at Mountain Crest, except you have to go up the middle this time. So it's a double mando. I'm not quite sure which trees it's going to be, but you just got to throw right at the middle. Pretty easy shot if you got it, but most of the time, if you played here before, you usually don't go that way. You usually try to hyzer around to the side, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, so for tournament purposes, you might want to just kind of lay up to this middle portion here and kind of go with something like that, and that's what we're doing. So we took the uplink, and now we're here, pretty much in jump putt range. So now the question is, do we lay up or do we run it? We're kind of going to give it like a half bid. Oh, bad roll. And the cleanup last one. Hole 2 is a made-up hole for this tournament. I believe we're going to regular number 2's basket, but where we're teeing off is just to the right of where the slides are over here. The first tree on the right here is the mando, so you cannot do a hyzer line all the way over there. So ideally you're probably going to want to do something like maybe a roller. If you have a forehand, maybe a little forehand right around the tree. We're going to try to hyzer flip it here and hopefully get it to turn around the tree. And that's pretty good. It's far. A little to the left but far, but we'll take it. I think that'll play. Boom. All right, easy putt. Just a little tap in. Next hole is hole 3. Hole 3 is a par 3, 303 feet. We are teeing off from just behind the barbecues here on the playground area. We're going to a temporary basket that's going to be on the hill on the other side of the cart path. So as far as throws, you can go with a little backhand turnover, get to fade to the right. Seems like pretty standard forehand shot, just right here. As far as putting, there's a tree in the way, so that's not going to work for me. So I'm just going to try a little layup here to the middle. We're going to go for a little dry patch over there. I hope that's where the basket's going to be. Not quite sure. So there's a big dead patch of grass right here. It's probably going to be where the basket is right there. Bink. All right, guys, hole number 4 is a par 3, 307. If you guys play Mountain Crest normally, it is basically hole number 4. You're just going up between the trees like you normally do for league and just put it close to the basket. All right, cool. Boom, birdie time. All right, guys, hole number 5 for the tournament is still regular 5 at Mountain Crest. The only difference is there is now a double mando down at the fairway here. So I believe it's these 2 trees here on the left-hand side. So if you're throwing, you could probably go with a little hyzer flip up the middle there. You could kind of go with a little forehand. It's kind of a scary shot though. So, I mean, if you really want to push, you kind of got to be really accurate. If not, my best suggestion would probably be maybe lay up just short of it and then power through with a full shot through the mando. It's like I knew what I was doing. Not too bad, right? That was pretty good. That was pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I want to give myself a big head, but that was pretty good. All right, here we go. Tap, tap, tap in. Okay, so here we're at hole 6. Hole 6 is a par 3, 321 feet. We're teeing back from a little back further from the hole 6 tee here. We're going to the regular hole 6 basket. So pretty much if you don't land on the grass, you're out of bounds. So if you have a lot of power, you could try to go a hyzer over the top this way, which is, I don't know. I mean, you could try to go that way. Standard shot's probably going to be just a little forehand, just right around here, put it onto the grass, try to get it close. Or you can try a backhand turnover shot. You don't have a lot of height to work with, so you kind of got to put it low. I'm going to try a little forehand shot and see what we can do with that. It was safe. That was terrible, but we're still safe, so we'll get there on the upshot. And it's not as close as we'd like, but that'll work for putt. Oh, that's what happens. You miss your putt for par, and then you got to come over here and you got to tap in for your bogey. Not good, not good, not good. All right, guys, hole 7 is going to play as regular hole 7 here at Mountain Crest. It's a par 3/4, 268 feet. You got to throw to the left of the light pole. We're going to throw a little forehand, see what happens. All right. So off the tee, if you don't have a forehand, you could also throw a little turnover backhand. You'll probably end up over here in the dirt somewhere, but a little forehand will get you here. From here to downhiller, I would probably just put it short and just lay up. All right, and a little tap in. All right, guys, hole 8 for the tournament is hole 8 at Mountain Crest. The only difference is there's a double mando, which is crazy. So you got to, I believe it's between these two trees here, which seems really difficult. All right, we're gonna try to hyzer flip a mid through there. Let's see if we can get that through there. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Sit. Not too bad. All right, and boom ski. All right, guys, hole 9 is basically a regular hole 9 here at Mountain Crest. The xeriscape is hazard, so if you land in the xeriscape, play it from hazard, you throw from where you land. If you go anywhere on the sidewalks or grass beyond, that is OB, so those play as regular OB rules. We're gonna just try to throw straight over the top, and once we get to the tree, hopefully we put enough height on it, it's gonna stall out and just kind of crash, hopefully land into the basket. Kind of like that, except I swung it out a little too far to the right. So that's going to probably be in the hazard. Okay, so our tee shot that I normally play the stall shot landed right here in the hazard, which is not too bad because you have a little bit of a putt here. Clinked it. Okay, guys, so now we're at hole 10. Hole 10 is going to play a little bit different than regular hole 10 here at Mountain Crest. You're going to go past 10's basket to the little patch of grass right behind it where 11's tee is. There's going to be a temporary basket back there, right up there up the middle. Here we go. I was a little high, but we're in the middle. Let's take it. Let's try a little forehand upshot here. See if we can't sneak it through that way. Not too bad. All right, so our second shot landed right here on the grass. Not too bad. The basket's gonna be kind of somewhere over here in the middle. Just gonna, boom. We'll call that a par. All right, guys, we're at hole 11. Hole 11 is gonna play like regular Mountain Crest 11. This is a par 3, 330 feet. Sidewalks play as rivers, OB, xeriscape, sidewalks, and beyond are also OB. Pretty much, can you carry the distance is the question you need to ask yourself. If you don't think you can carry a full 330 feet, you're probably gonna wanna lay up short, then chip up, then tap in for your par. Yep, just put it somewhere on the mound, and then we're just gonna pitch up, tap in. Push. We barely made it, but we're in. I'm in, yeah. Nope. Hopefully you don't putt like me, and hopefully you can make that putt and get yourself that par. If not, you'll be here with me cleaning up your bogey. All right, guys, so we're here at hole 12. Hole 12 is going to play like regular hole 12 here at Mountain Crest, except we're throwing from a little bit further back on the sidewalk. You can see as far as shot-wise, you have maybe a forehand angle here. There's no Mando, so I mean, if you wanted to, you could try to go hyzer line, but that's kind of scary because those houses are right there. So realistically, you probably want to go with either, you could probably go hyzer flip up the middle, or you go with the forehand. Honestly, not bad. That forehand was really bad, but that's a safe play and we'll take it. So for a second shot, if you're right here in the middle, you got a couple options. Try to do a little turnover here up the middle. You can go hyzer around the side. I think I'm gonna go hyzer around the side. Right into the trees. Oh, close, but no cigar. Hole 13 is regular hole 13 Mountain Crest. As far as the tee and the basket location, the route you need to take is a little bit different. Double Mando on the left-hand side. Let's try to get through with the uplink. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, off the tee, our uplink landed right here in the clearing. Ideally, this is where you'd like to be, just kind of anywhere over here where it's open. So that way you can really give yourself a look at the birdie putt. Oh, and of course I missed it because my putting is garbage. All right, guys, we're at hole 14, 321 feet, par 3. There's no Mandos here, but the sidewalks and the streets are OB. So as far as our path is gonna go, you could go, probably just gonna go straight hyzer shot up the middle here, maybe a little turnover, try to get a little more distance. Okay, not too bad. So straight hyzer shot will get you there. Hopefully give you a look at birdie putt. Let's go check it out. All right. All right, guys, we're at hole 15. Hole 15 is 345 feet. It's pretty much a standard hole 15 at Mountain Crest, except the basket is going to be a little bit further than it normally is. Sidewalks and beyond is OB. So as far as our line goes, if you're crazy, you can kind of go up this way, throw maybe a little forehand that way. Most people are probably just going to throw a standard hyzer shot. You're going to want to try to throw a disc that's going to push as straight as long as possible and then kind of dump right at the end. Okay, not bad. That's probably what you want to do. I think we're going to be pretty good. Okay, guys, so off the tee, I landed a little bit further than the basket, which ordinarily this would be a pretty good shot, but we're not going here. We're going a little bit further. And now that I'm looking at it, this is kind of a tough shot. The basket is going to be over there in the corner, kind of near the parking lot. So from here, got a lot of low ceiling. You don't really have much as far as a putt goes. So you're probably just going to have to lay it up short and then tap it in. And I think the basket's going to be right where I put it. Ideally, if you can push a little bit further and end up in this opening right over here to my left, then you have a nice putt. The basket's probably going to be somewhere in this vicinity. So if you do land here in 2, boom, tap in, that'll get you your par. And you're moving on to the next hole. Oh, by the way, behind me there's a dynamic discs van. And I was trying to figure out who it belonged to. And over here behind us is Chris Clemens. Check it out. There he is. I'm not sure if he's here for the tournament. Looks like he might be here with his girlfriend. Maybe his girlfriend's in the tournament. I don't know. hole 16, 365 feet. It's a par 3/4, depending on your division. Teeing off from normal 16's tee pad. But as far as where we're throwing to, we're throwing around the corner, which is crazy because I've never thrown over there before. To the end of the horseshoe pits is where we're throwing to. If you played here before, you probably know what I'm talking about. If not, you're like, I don't know what he's talking about. But there's no Mando, so if you wanted to, and you're real crazy, I guess you could go hyzer right over the top if you wanted to do that. If not, you could try to go forehand around the side. Over the top looks very tempting, but if you miss, you're gonna end up on the roof. So we're probably not gonna go that way. As far as safe plays, it's probably going to be your safest play just to end up somewhere over here in the clearing. Now, as far as the basket, I'm not quite sure where it's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be right in front of that light pole. So if you end up anywhere over here in the opening, you should just have a little chip up. Sit. I think the basket's going to be probably like right here. Ching! I was definitely in. I was definitely in, right? Definitely in. All right, guys, Mountain Crest hole 17 is 314 feet. We're playing to regular 17's baskets, except we're teeing off from over here behind the volleyball court. There are no Mandos, but the volleyball pit and the sidewalks are OB. The grass beyond the basket is hazard. So if you happen to throw beyond the basket, you're just gonna putt from wherever you land. But pretty much if you go anywhere outside of that, it's all OB. See if we can get their hyzer flip action. That was pretty good. All right, let's go see where we landed. All right, and then we're left with a little putt. See what we can do. Oh. Okay guys, last hole, hole 18 is a par 3/4, 310 feet. We are going to regular 18's basket, except we are teeing off from over here in the grass area. And as you can see ahead of us, there's not really much of a shot here. If you go to the right, the sidewalks and the parking lot is OB. So if you go to the right, there's really not much over there. There's a lot of trees. If you go to the left, there's really not much over there. There's a lot of xeriscape. So ideally, the shot is just to get to this grass wherever you can get and kind of just play from there. So just go backhand here, turn over, play to the grass, just like that. And then from there, you should have a straight shot to the basket. The play is kind of soft, not it's kind of a weak play, but you end up here and you're safe, okay? Boom. Okay guys, so that was hole 18. Hole 18, the way you're gonna wanna play it off the tee, not a lot of options. So realistically, take the safe shot. That's what I'm gonna do. Lay up short, try to crush that upshot, get as close to the basket, tap in for the par. And hopefully by that time, at the end of the round, you haven't made too many mistakes. Hopefully you finish maybe even or close to, or maybe a couple shots down. And you know, you're in maybe the top 3 for going to round 2. But overall, the course is pretty cool. A lot of Mando, so make sure off the tee you're making smart decisions. Don't try to chew off more than you can handle. If you have to lay up, you know, off the tee just to get yourself in position, go ahead and do it. Because if you try to run it off the tee and you miss the Mando, you're going to hate yourself. Because it's going to be really hard to make up those strokes. Because the way that the tournament is playing and the way the holes are playing, there are a couple holes you can get aggressive on. But if you get behind, it's going to be really tough to make up strokes. All right guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to leave us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we put out a new video. And until next time guys, see ya.